Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? My name is Dalton, and this is my channel. So, it's been a while since I've done some rants. R-A-N-T-S. So, we've had a lot of stuff happen recently, especially since January the 20th. Some of the stuff I agree with and some I don't. Okay? But one thing I want to talk about, this is going to be a rant. This may be a 3-part rant. This is going to be part 1 of my rants. Okay? Now, before I get on and start talking to you, I'm going to say hello to all my new and existing subscribers and viewers. I thank you all. You all made 2024 a great year for me, and I thank you. Okay? And I also want to say hello to people that have been commenting with me on my channel. All right? So let's do this. Okay, I have some things on my mind. Let's rap about it. Okay, as you know, Trump has been somewhat, and I'll explain what I mean, keeping his word about getting rid of illegal immigrants. Now, I have no problem with Trump getting rid of illegal immigrants that are criminals, okay? And especially some of the legal immigrants that are criminals that the law enforcement haven't been able to really build a case on, but they know they've been doing crime. So now they have the power to get rid of them, okay? No problem with that. But I want to talk to y'all for a second. Have you not noticed, as it has been said, always stay focused, all right, especially for this next 4 years. And always pay attention not to what Trump and his little groups are saying, but pay attention to what he's not saying and not doing. Let me give you a hint. He's arresting illegal immigrants all over the United States that have a criminal background, or they've done crime, etc. Fine, no problem. But have you noticed, and I got my notes, I was thinking about this the other day, all those people with expired visas, all those illegal immigrants that are from European countries, they look white. Hold on. That's from East India. Okay? And other Asian countries. He's not going after them. He ain't touching them. And you see he ain't saying a word about that. Okay? But they're here in the United States. And he's not saying a word about going against and getting Chinese illegal immigrants. Which, you know, China don't like us anyway. Okay, he ain't saying shit about that. I'm talking about the new ones that came in. Okay? He's not saying nothing about that. You notice that? But he's sure hunkering down when it comes to the country of Africa, illegal immigrants, and Latin illegal immigrants of any type. Okay? Especially Mexico. And what really shocked me is when he started his shock and awe, I was just 100% sure that he was going to hit Oklahoma and Texas. Haven't heard nothing about him hitting Oklahoma and Texas. Okay? Matter of fact, they even had border patrols that has been shot by some cartels recently down there in Texas. But you ain't hearing about him hitting Oklahoma, Texas. Amazing. Matter of fact, you haven't heard shit about him hitting Pennsylvania. And I live in Pittsburgh, and they ain't no raids up here. And I know they ain't had no raids. I haven't heard about no raids that's been hitting down there in what you call it? Pittsburgh. You see what I'm saying? So he's selecting little states that he wants to hit. Other states he's trying to stay away from, and other nationalities he's staying away from. That's number one. Now, a lot of people are freaking out because he is a master of distraction. He is distracting. He's throwing so much stuff at you, and he's going to keep on throwing stuff at you till you're not asking questions. He wants to keep you kind of confused and kind of down in the dumps and looking over your shoulder, because he knows if you stay focused, that's his greatest enemy. And one way you can stay focused with people not talking about, you got all these news channels talking all this stuff. If any of those companies is backing him, and any company whatsoever that starts showing racism and prejudice against you as an American, okay, go to EEOC and file a claim. So you haven't heard nobody say that. This year and this next 2 years we should make lawyers, class action lawsuits, lawyers, whether it's just one person or a huge law firm, we should make them busier than they ever been in the last 10 years. If something legitimately is being done negative to you, especially when it comes to racism and discrimination, and especially if that company is not taking action to get rid of it. Okay? And one of the first steps, most people are not even talking about, you're going to need to go to EEOC and file a damn claim. And y'all should be doing that en masse. Because it's going to come down to him being racist toward you. Okay? Matter of fact, you shouldn't hold back. And keep notes. Because if those companies try to retaliate, you got even more of a lawsuit. Okay? And keep everything above board. Don't do any shortcuts. All right? That's what you need to do. Because by doing that, you're staying focused. And he don't want you to stay focused. Now, like I said, I don't disagree with everything he's doing, but I do disagree with some of the stuff because he's nitpicking where he wants to actually ICE to go, okay? And then other people and other races, he's leaving them alone. Another thing you need to educate yourself about is H-2 visas. Trump himself have people working under him that are immigrants that have H-2 visas. Okay, so they want to keep you distracted about the H-1 visas. H-1 visas, let me educate you, usually take jobs like, technical jobs, science jobs, things such as that. That's H-1 visas, okay? Even low-level technical jobs like coding, the hard work, the tedious work, okay? That's H-1 visa. H-2 visas, that's your job. Did you know that? Educate yourself, because they don't want just H-1 visas. They want H-2 visas too. That means your job. I don't care if you digging a ditch, you working at Popeyes, you working at Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. I don't care where you working. H-2 visas is your job. You accounting in some firm, some company. No, H-2 visa, that's your job. Okay, educate yourself on that, because he's trying to get those too, not just H-1. They want you to think they trying to get. They got more H-1 visas and H-2 visas too last year than any year on record. They got a total of 1.5 million visas granted to him. The fight, and Trump is backing him on for this year. What he wants is to double that. You heard me. With H1 and H2 visas. And most of them going to be from East India. Or European countries. Now, one thing they're not telling you, a lot of these people that are upset with Trump are not telling you, is the power is in your hands, people. Educate yourself on another thing called lame duck president. You can make Trump a lame duck president. See, Trump got maybe a good year and a half, 2 years to do all his rhetoric, anything he wants to do. And the hard stuff that has to go through the Senate and the House, he's got a good 2 years. But at the end of that 2 years, they got to vote in new House members and new Senate members. They have done this throughout time. Y'all young people don't know this, so y'all can share this on TikTok and other platforms, okay? You don't even have to give me credit. What you do is you vote in the opposite party. They've done it many times. I'm 60, almost 60 years old. I'm telling you, they've done it many times. All you got to do is vote in the opposite party. So if you got Republicans running in the House, Republicans running in the Senate, and then when it's time to vote who you want in your state to run, vote the opposite. Vote Democrat. And what that's going to do is make the House all Democrat, a majority Democrat, and the Senate majority Democrat. So those big, he can do executive orders, but those big ones that he really wants to do, that he has to pass through the House and Senate, he won't be able to. And that makes him a lame duck president. So the power is in your hands. And also in 4 years, you can vote his ass out if you don't like him. Just the way you voted him in. It's in your hands. They want you to think. They want to keep you distracted and think that you have no power and they can do whatever they want to do. That's not true. Because he is not lowering the price of eggs. He is not lowering the price of gas. Okay? He is not drill baby drilling. Okay? He is not doing very much for the American people except for getting rid of criminal elements that are illegal immigrants, that are criminals, okay? And that's the fact, okay? But they don't want you to hear this, so it's up to you to share this, all right? Now, let us not forget that they ain't crazy about Latin or Black Americans either. Okay? So what they're gonna do, listen here, listen hard, because this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to affect and even eliminate Department of Education, and they're gonna start trying to affect and hurt financial aid, because they know that's a roundabout way to help low income and middle class, to hurt low income and middle class minorities. Now, my words, watch. And on the flip side, big corporations love that. They don't want educated people. They want cheap labor. And the cheapest labor you can get is keeping them uneducated. All right? So that's rant number 1. I got none. Look, I've been writing them down. I got number 2 for you, coming for you later. All right, and I'll wrap to y'all later. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.